This video is going to be focusing on the 2018 and a half FC 450 Rockstar Edition. I got 1.5 hours on it this weekend. I picked it up on Friday from Ride Motorsports. Guys down there did a really killer deal on it. So, yeah, I'll just talk about what I thought about it. So far, it's not even broken yet. It's only got an hour and a half on it, so suspension probably ain't even broken yet, not even close. And yeah, I'm not beating it up yet. I just put around on it on Sunday up at Horn Rapids in Richland with a couple buddies from VetMX. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, go see those guys, Veterans MX. And yeah, they help out vets, disabled vets, and get them out riding. They got tons of cool stuff we're going to be doing this year. I'm glad I got to be a part of that. So yeah, me and Bobby over there at Veteran MX are going to be trying to get some stuff set up for this year. Hopefully have a Top Gun team for the Washougal race. Yeah, hopefully have some ride days events out at Ridge MX. All the pros, hopefully, like, we can get some fundraisers going on where all the proceeds will go to the foundation to just help guys get out and ride. You know, like, the sport's starting to die down. There for a while it was going pretty good, but I've noticed that a lot of people are bailing out because it's getting so expensive, and that's what we're really about. I mean, I'm in the Army and I don't make that much money, but I do what I can to try and support my habit, I guess you'd call it. It's better than drinking, better than smoking weed or do anything like that. Keeps me in shape, gives me something to look forward to, so I really enjoy it. Been riding since I was 4. I'm not a pro. I'm not a licensed mechanic. I'm not a freaking tech. I used to be. I used to work at a local shop where I did little stuff. I didn't really do teardowns, but me and my dad, we would tear down my bikes, and never really got into suspension, so I'm hoping on this bike I can get into that. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably start with my CR because I don't want to mess up my brand new bike. I met a guy out at the Ridge at the opener in a couple weeks ago. He's gonna help me with my bikes, with the suspension department. Seems he's a real cool dude. Used to be a pro. Lives right down the road from me actually, and gonna give me a good deal on revalve. And he said he'd even show me like ins and outs of just suspension service and stuff like that. I was always scared of it growing up. You know, I didn't want to mess it up. I had good suspension. I had pro circuit suspension, and I never wanted to mess it up. So I just didn't touch it. I had buddies that could do it. So yep. But I'm super pumped on this bike, man. This thing is super clean. There it is, right there. See, don't mind the baby shit, but look at that thing. It's just one of the sickest looking stock bikes I've ever seen. I mean, yeah, it is a couple thousand extra, but that couple thousand extra is broke down. I mean, with the exhaust, the better clutch you get, the composite subframe, pro taper bars, hydraulic clutch, whole shot device, floating Galfer 260mm rotor, just the whole deal. Dirt Star wheels. I mean, the thing is sick. Launch control. There's 4 different maps. They say there's 2, but with traction control. Traction control basically just alters the map. I didn't really care for it. I just left it on 2, which is the more aggressive map. I felt like, but I was also on a sand track. It was pretty soft. I wouldn't really say sand. Horn Rapids isn't really sand. There was a little bit of clay in there. It was kind of weird dirt. I don't know. It was really nice, though. It was really tacky. So, I mean, maybe I got spoiled for the first ride there. I'm going to ride in Port Angeles with a buddy of mine. They're having a practice day up there, I guess. Hopefully it's groomed and nice. I know how beat up that place can get. I grew up there, so I don't really like riding there because it gets tore up pretty bad, and they got like 10 different types of dirt, and the clay up there, when it gets muddy, just cakes on and doesn't come off. It takes a couple hours to get off. So I try and stay away from there. I have my own track out in Port Angeles. My family does. So usually I just ride there for free. But yeah, hopefully this summer, maybe in a month or so, I might get the Bobcat or something out to that track so we can ride there this summer. But had some issues with the family, so trying to get by. I'm starting this channel to try and help me with it. But if you guys like what you see, subscribe. Keep coming back. I'll have cool stuff on here, hopefully every week. I might make another channel for my aquariums. I might just incorporate it into this, but I picked up aquarium building as a hobby, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty relaxing. I mean, it's kind of weird. I'm like over here talking about dirt bikes, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I like dirt bikes and fish. Okay, cool. Dirt bikes, fish, and my dog. That's basically what I like. But yeah, I'll try and do cool stuff for you guys. I know it gets kind of boring, but I mean, hey, everybody gets boring. Anyways, Husqvarna, 1.5 hours on it. Super pumped on it. It's going to be a sick season on this thing. I'm probably just going to leave it pretty much stock. Might gear it a little bit. Drop a tooth in the rear. It seemed a little off on the gearing. I mean, I like to ride in third, and it was a little fast in some spots, and obviously second was too slow in those spots. So I'm going to try and throw a 49 on the back instead of the 48 that comes on it, and see if that helps, and I'll let you guys know. I actually just looked up Motocross Action's settings that they did to their Rockstar Edition 450 on their suspension, and I'm going to try and use that as a baseline and go from what they have on there. They went 30 out on the compression, which is bottomed out, or I mean topped out on the forks, and I don't like doing that. So I went 25, and if I need to do anything more, then I'll just mess with the PS or the air pressure, or might drop oil height. I don't know, but topping out a compression clicker, I don't like doing that for some. Because then there's no other, you know, if it's topped out, how are you gonna change it for another track? But anyways, I like to have adjustability. I'm really picky when it comes to my suspension. Like I said, I'm not a pro, but I have been riding for a long time, and I know what it feels like to not have your suspension dialed in, and it can be a nightmare. So I spend a lot of time, I mean, every time I go out, I pretty much come back, maybe do a clicker here and there. But yeah, on this bike, it wasn't too bad, actually. I maybe made 2 adjustments. I think I went softer on the compression because it was bouncing a little bit coming into the corners, wasn't soaking up the braking pumps very well. And I also slowed down the rebound a little bit. The rear, I don't really mess with the rear. I think I went a little softer on the compression so I could settle into the ruts a little better. It helped a little, but I mean, I don't know, it's not even broken yet. Sorry about that weird edit. My wife interrupted me again. But anyways, yep, just watch out. I'm gonna post probably a couple update videos on this, how the bike is, and whatever I do to it, I'll let you guys know. So if you get one, or I mean, I'm sure it'll work for the 18s too. I mean, it's not that different. It is a little different, but I mean, it's not a completely different bike. Same forks, same shock, pretty much same motor, but the head's different. I mean, whatever. But yep, stay tuned, keep on watching, and we'll do some cool shit this year. All right, later.